What's up, everybody? That's cringe. Anyways, highly recommended video. I've been getting a lot of notifications, DMs, comments, Snapchats, how they want to see this video, how they've been waiting years and years to see this video, and it's finally here. So let's get it. No, I'm just kidding, by the way. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm gonna be showing y'all my little book collection. I've been collecting books. Let's see, a little over a year and a half. Um, Short story. I've always fell in love with books in middle school. Elementary. I was known as like the AR kid, the millionaire or whatever. If you know, you know. People would use me to give them points, and I thought it was cool. But yeah. Then sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth grade, I wasn't a reader. I stopped. It's I mainly stopped because like honestly, like if I tell everyone like oh have you read this book or oh want to know a book I'm reading or want to see my collection, like I'm pretty sure people would be like what, you're weird. So, I don't know. I was very not insecure, but I guess I cared about what others think, but I don't anymore. So yeah, sophomore year I started reading, started collecting books. So let me show y'all what I got. I'm gonna be doing from least favorite to favorite, just to let y'all know. So this book, Night Shift, Stephen King. It's not that I don't like it, but like it's just a bunch of short stories, a bunch of collections of stories all in one. It's most of them are like weird, creepy stories. So like, don't read this at night. Only if you want. But yeah, it's pretty good. Next, this is probably gonna be a long video, by the way. But you guys are in quarantine, so who cares? Just kidding. Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens. This book it's a good book. It's a classic, but it's not really the style that I like to read. I like to read sci-fi, mm, drama, mystery. This is more like a historical fiction, I guess, or historical nonfiction. But no, it's a good book. I read it in like 2 weeks, 2.5. I wouldn't recommend it to people who like don't care about history or like are one of those people that are like, why do we have to learn about history or that. Like, if you're like that, then don't read this book, cause it's history. It's not super history, but like it's just old, I guess. Next we have The Man, the Myth, the Legend, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This book is a good book. I made a video about this book. Last video, I only have 2 videos. So was the first one. I really like the cover. This is a good book. Has a lot of meanings, morals, symbolism. I read this book. I read this book in like 5 days. I had to read it for one of my classes, so I read it real quick. But yeah. Next, let me tell you something. This book is a great book. I read this book in like it. Oh, this is the narrative life of Frederick Douglass. This is a real good book. I read it in a week. It's like really impactful, and it like It just shows how like brutal the world was, or not the world, USA was back then, slavery and all that stuff. This is a comeback story. This is a really good book, and I got it because one of my teachers, we needed to read this book for my English class. Shout out Miss Gonzalez. I read it, all of it. Took the test, 40. How does that work? I got a 40 on the book that I read. All my friends didn't read it and they got a higher grade than me. Yes, but nah, it's a really good book. Recommend it. It's rated in AP style, I guess. But no, this is a good book. Read it. Next, we have the Three Body Problem. I to this day I can't say his name. Sixin Liu. I don't know. No, this is a good book. Actually, when I Google and typed the best or the best sci-fi books of all time, and this came up. It's a really good book. It was originally wrote in Chinese and it's translated. If you like UFOs and stuff like that, this is a good book for you. It's pretty lengthy, but I think it's worth it. I read it. This was a long read. It was like 2 weeks. Next we have an OG, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. What can I say? This is The Hobbit. Not gonna lie, the only reason I got this book was because of the cover. You can't really see, but it's like a shiny gold. So I was walking by Barnes and Nobles and like something hit my eye, and it was the light that's shining off the gold. And people say don't judge a book by its cover, but if you don't have a good cover, I'm not gonna read your book. At least now, like I'm pretty sure in the future it's not gonna care, but I like good covers. I don't know. I know that's not how it's supposed to be, but sorry. But this was a really good book. Good movie as well. Not much you can say. It's a classic. Shout out Bilbo Baggins. If you know, you know. And following up on this book is the next book in the series, I guess. The Fellowship of the Ring. This book it's a good book. I didn't finish it though. There was like a 2-week span where I didn't read books. Not read books, but I didn't read this book. Like, because of schoolwork or whatever. Like, I just wasn't reading. And, like, I didn't finish this book. I'm going to finish it soon because I want to read the whole series and watch the movies. I haven't seen any of the movies. But yeah, this is a good book. Oh, I haven't read it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a good book from what everyone says. Next, we have... Hold up. Next, we have The Word is Murder by Anthony Horowitz. If you like mystery, drama, murder, this is a really good book. It took me like a week to read it. Yeah, it's a good book. Read it. Next we have a classic. We have William Shakespeare, Julius Caesar. This book, it's a really good book, a really good play as well. Not much you can say. Julius Caesar, a great historical figure, tragically murdered. Spoiler, but this is good. Some good stuff. Next we have a fiction book, Astronomy 101. So most of my close friends know me. They know that I'm really into astronomy, astrophysics and everything. So this book is very good. Gives a lot of information, a lot of fun facts. It also has pretty pictures for the picture people out there. It's a really good book. Next, we have one of my favorite books, Misery, Stephen King. Stephen King, a legend, OG. This is one of the first books I've read. Oh, I started to read. This is one of the first. I love this book so much. It's really dark, um, creepy, weird. The movie is also really good. It was made in the 80s, I think. But I think they should make another movie, in my opinion. But this book is really good. Next, another Stephen King, The Outsider. This book is again like Misery, creepy, weird, mysterious. It took me like, this was my longest read. It took me a week, just because I was so busy and like at school and everything. It's like 500 pages, but I really enjoyed this book. Um, the ending was kind of like weird, not weird, but like, how gotta say this? It was just a good ending, I think. I think that's how you say it. Next book we have The Margin. It's actually by Andy Weir. Andy Weir. I saw the movie with Matt Damon first, and I fell in love with that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. And then I read the book. So I mean, people say the books are better than the movies. So I'm like, how could I not read the book? And the cover is like really dope. So yeah, New York Times bestseller. 10 out of 10. Next book. Some people have a bad experience with this book just because. Okay, William Shakespeare, Hamlet. I love this book. Shout out Mr. Zamora's class, Mr. Zamora. I love this book. Nah, but this book is really good. Has a lot of meanings, theories, symbolism. It's really, really good. A really good play. William Shakespeare. This is arguably his best work. Either that or Romeo and Juliet. I haven't read Romeo and Juliet, the real version, but I want to very soon. And I really love this book. Top 2 in my collection. It's really nice. The cover art is really nice. It's a really good book. Next, this was my first book, and this was the book that got me into reading again. So here it is. Astrophysics for People in a Hurry, Neil deGrasse Tyson. So like I said, I'm a really big astrophysics fan, and this was my first book I got. This is the first book in my collection. Really nice artwork. Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysicist, really famous. He was a really smart dude. He's like one of the reasons why I love astrophysics. Just go up on YouTube and search Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he's like, he'll inform you, and you'll learn a lot from him. And I just love this book. It's really good. So yeah, that's basically this collection that I've had over this collection that started like a year and a half ago. Oh shoot. So yeah, it's not too big, but I mean it's decent size for a beginner, I guess. Not beginner, but starter. So yeah, that's it, everybody. Laters.